Hi, welcome back to a long overdue Normski TV. Just want to do a review on the game that was played yesterday, where Arsenal went to Man City and basically does what Arsenal does. The gift that keeps giving. Yeah, Man City 3, Arsenal 0. I don't even know where to start or where to begin. I was talking with my niece yesterday, and I was saying I'm just gonna go on some serious rant here concerning Arsenal. But I've had time to sort of calm down and just reevaluate the game and just look to see where it all went wrong. Arteta picked quite a youthful side. When I saw the team news and I was looking at the bench, I was thinking, oh, the bench looks stronger than what we got on the field. And I did notice that Ozil missing. That's another thing I'll get onto. But yeah, posted that out to a couple of my mates. Asked them what they thought about it. For some, they weren't impressed. Others will just see how it goes. And the team news came out. At the back, we had Bellerin with Pablo Mari, Mustafi in the centre, and Kieran Tierney coming back from a long-term injury playing at left back. And then in front of those, you had Guendouzi and Granit Xhaka. And then you had Aubameyang up front with Nketiah on the right and or Saka on the left. I think that was the formation. It looked like a 4-2-3-1 formation. And yeah, so I'm sorry, and you had Willock in the hole where Ozil would have played. And yeah, Arteta went with pretty much a bold decision with going with youth, but for me it just didn't pay off. You know, you've got the likes of Pepe, £72 million player sitting on the bench. You've got Lacazette. You know, albeit it's our game in hand, we wanted to go up there and at least, I didn't think we was going to win the game, but even try and at least get a draw. But with injuries happening early to Granit Xhaka after 6 minutes, he went over on his ankle. And then around about the 23rd, 24th minute, you had Pablo Mari coming off with looks like an hamstring injury. And I'm hearing that he's going to be out for the rest of the season. And obviously with those false changes, it didn't go to plan. You had Ceballos coming on for Xhaka. And yeah, Mr. David Luiz. I mean, when I saw him warming up, I texted out to my mates and I said, oh, crumbs, here we go. We got old Calamity Luiz coming on. And he didn't let us down. He did not let us down. The guy wasn't even on the field for more than 25 minutes, if you count the second half. He comes on, and I don't know what he was doing for the first goal. Arsenal, for the first 20 minutes, they kind of contained the game. They didn't look like they were going to score anything, but we kind of kept Man City at bay. But as the game started to sort of progress, you could see that Man City started to turn the screw a little bit. But then when you're going to bring on, which was a false change, when you're going to bring on the likes of David Luiz, who incidentally has now given away 4 penalties, and sending offs. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, 3 of them I can remember, and that was Liverpool away, Chelsea away, and now we have this situation where he goes and gives away another penalty and gets sent off as the last man. I don't know what this guy is doing in terms of his positional play. And you're meant to be a defender. Defenders defend. The ball comes to you and you decide to try and... I don't even know what he was trying to do. Just kick it into row Z. Why are you got your right leg stationary and you're not in control? And therefore, you swing at the ball and miskick it. Raheem Sterling gets behind you, bang, in the back of the net. And, mate, if it wasn't for Leno, mate, we could have been 7 or 8-0 up. But I'll come back to David Luiz. As I said, the game, I think with Arteta, I don't know whether he was conceding, and saving these players for the Brighton game, but I felt he should have gone with a much stronger side. But this is who he's got to work with. This is the players that he's got to work with. And looking at Arsenal, I was assessing them yesterday, and I just thought to myself, we're technically not good. We're technically not good at all. The midfield battle, I mean, when you're up against the likes of Gundogan, you've got David Silva, De Bruyne. These are world-class midfielders. And literally, we just got outclassed, overrun in midfield. Guendouzi, he's tenacious. He runs. But the game just goes past... For me, personally speaking, I just felt that the game went past him. Too many players running off of him. Holds onto the ball too long. Danny Ceballos comes in for Granit Xhaka. You need strength in that midfield. You need someone that can control the midfield, have a proper ball playing midfield, but one that can, put in a tackle, that box-to-box swing. And for me, none of them two could stand up, to the lights of our midfield. And we just got basically overrun. The midfield battle was just literally done. And you could see it was just only a matter of time. But as I said, when you get the likes of someone like David Luiz, who's meant to be an international, who's got caps for Brazil, has won titles, and you're coming on and doing that, that's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous defending. And it's just the same old Arsenal. The same old Arsenal. We've been in lockdown for how many months? So it's been 100 days since we saw football being kicked in the Premier League. We had Sheffield United and Aston Villa play out a goalless draw, even though Sheffield United should have won that game because of the calamity with the goal line technology and VAR not kicking in. But that's another story. But, I mean, Sheffield United, they haven't got no star players, but they know how to defend. What is it about Arsenal why we cannot do the basic defending? As a team, we can't defend. And I know Arteta's hand is very sort of tied at the moment because he has to work with what he's got. He hasn't really had a proper transfer window. The players that he has got in the January was the likes of Pablo Mari and Suarez from Southampton. And he hasn't kicked a ball yet. And it's not likely that he is going to be kicking a ball for Arsenal. But, there has to be some changes come the transfer window, because we cannot be going into next season with the likes of David Luiz. Mustafi had an okay game, not a brilliant game, but, when you're up against, players like De Bruyne, Sterling, come on, you need defenders that can read the game. We need to get in some quality defenders. We need to be spending the money. But the problem is that it seems like there is no money to be spent. There's just no money to go to a top-class defender. And lots of people are talking about, we should have, the money that we spent on Pepe, we should have really have put it. And to be quite honest, because we're not playing him, why don't we just why didn't we put it on a top-class defender? I don't know what he's done in terms of not getting a game under Arteta, or starting under Arteta. I don't know. I don't know what Arteta's thinking is. You know, you've got Martinelli sitting on the bench. Again, I don't know what that's all about. But, you know, he's gonna have his work cut out. He's definitely gonna have his work cut out, and you know you'll just hope that the club will back him. Come the transfer market, will back him. We're gonna need to offload loads of players in order for us to keep the likes of Aubameyang. I mean, I don't know. I just wish that I was still in. I was just wish I was just locked. I was locked down from Arsenal, and they were in lockdown, and that's it. We just finish the league, give the title to Liverpool, and let's just start again because we've just it's just like we've just left off from from 100 days ago. Not happy, not happy at all. Things are not going well on the pitch, and things are not going well off the pitch. You know, you've got the likes of Ozil who didn't even make the squad. You had 9 subs. Yeah, we don't know what the reason is. We heard rumours saying that there might have been a bust up or of some sort. Maybe he wasn't cutting it in training. I have no idea. You know, you've got a 350 grand player that you're paying a week, and the guy's probably at home playing Fortnite or something. I don't know. It's not good. It's not good. And then you know in the post match, you know you've got Luiz coming out and apologising and thank you very much, but that ain't gonna win us no games. Yeah, you might be a leader in the dressing room, but you're definitely ain't a leader on the pitch. You're definitely ain't a leader on the pitch, mate. And you're just starting to cheese me off, mate. You know what I mean? You're past it now. You're 33. You know what I mean? And you know if you're talking about going to Benfica, then take your bags and go because we cannot afford. You make too many mistakes, especially in big games, and you've let us down once again. And it's just not good. It's just not good. Now you're going to miss the game against Brighton. You know we've got Pablo Mari, as I said, who's out for the rest of the season. Don't know the state of Granit Xhaka, so it's not looking good for the team. They need to sort this out quickly with regards to Ozil. You know if they're trying to get him off the books so that they can free up that large amount of cash or salary that they're paying him, because 350 grand, mate, that's just not the one. It's the guy, I think he's got 1 year left. You know, he'd be 32 and we'd be paying him £350,000 a week. Are you crazy? I don't know where we go from here. As I said, Arteta's got his work really cut out. He's really got his work cut out for him. And if the ball don't stick their hands in their pocket and sort this out, we're just going to be mid-table. We're miles away. When you look at the likes of Liverpool and Man City, they didn't even come out of first gear yesterday. They didn't even come out of first gear. And we're light years behind those two. And then you've got the likes of Chelsea who've just bought Werner, I think. They're going to strengthen. Man City is going to strengthen. Liverpool are going to strengthen. And we're going to go into the season possibly with the same players. You know what I mean? The contract situation with Aubameyang, with Saka, it's just not boding well right now with Arsenal. And as I said, Mikel Arteta has got his hands full concerning this team. It's not looking good. Not looking good at all. What I would say is that just pray for a miracle. That's all I can say. Pray for a miracle that something will come out of this. You know what I mean? Because you've got to convince Aubameyang to stay. I don't know what's going to happen with the likes of Lacazette. Whether he's going to end up going or not. There's so many questions to be asked. I'm going to go into the player ratings, and basically I'm going to start at the back. Obviously, Bellerin had a okay game. but you can see he's lost his pace, and yeah, he to a certain degree he did marshal Sterling, but you could see after a while, he started to, sort of get a little bit tired, and they were starting to get behind us. So I think with Bellerin, I'm gonna probably give him a 6. I'm gonna probably give Bellerin a 6. Mustafi, again, he had a half decent game. Nothing to write home about, and what made it difficult with only 10 men, it just made his job much harder. Again, I'm going to probably give him a 6. I'm going to come to Bert Leno in a minute. Pablo Mari, I'm not going to score him because he wasn't on the... Well, I'm going to score him, but, he obviously had to go off. He looked assured of himself, putting a nice crunching tackle against Sterling, even though it came out as a foul. But he looked quite assured on the ball. But I'm just going to give him a 5. And then Tierney at left back, he did his best. He didn't get up the pitch as much because, you had the likes of Kyle Walker who were just pressing him back. Defensively, he was okay. I'm going to give him a 6 as well. Bert Leno, apart from his distribution, which he needs to work on, and, just when he gets the ball in his ears, pass back to him, he needs to find the player and find them quick. And I noticed he panics a lot. But in terms of his shot stopping, fantastically done well. He was definitely our man of the match. I'm going to give him a 9. If it wasn't for him, we could have been 7-8-0 down. So Bert Leno, I'm going to give him a 9. In the middle, Xhaka came off quite early, so I'm not going to even score him. Guendouzi, I'm going to give him a 5. I just think the game passes him by too much. He's tenacious, runs around, but no product for me, no end product. Holds onto the ball too long, and I just don't think he's ready. He's more of a squad player. So I'm going to end up giving him Guendouzi. I'm going to give Guendouzi a 5. Dani Ceballos came on for Xhaka, and first sort of 10 minutes, he was okay. He was controlling the ball, but as I said, when you got the likes of the Man City midfield up against you, they started to press him hard. He started to lose the ball, and just kind of sort of faded for me. I'm going to give him a 5 as well. I'm going to come to David Luiz last. On the right hand side, you had Nketiah. I couldn't work out because I think Bamian was meant to be like the one at the spearhead, but I don't know what was happening there. But I'm going to give Nketiah. He kept going offside. Squandered a few. Well, what chances we had? Squandered a couple of chances, but again, just don't feel he's ready, and I don't know how he's coming on before the likes of Lacazette or Martinelli. I don't know how he's doing that, but he's there. I'm going to give Nketiah a 5. In the middle of the park was Willock. Non-existent. Didn't do nothing for me. Again, end product. Not controlling the game. Passes. The passes weren't making the ball wasn't getting to the players when he made those passes. I'm just going to give Nketiah a 4. Not Nketiah, sorry. I'm going to give Joe Willock a 4. You had Saka. Didn't have the best of the games. Very much on the peripheral. Didn't really see much of him. Not the Saka that we saw 100 days ago. You know what I mean? And he just didn't play well at all. I'm going to give him also a 4. You've also got Aubameyang. and he just literally didn't look like he wanted to be there. He just literally, I was just wondering where he was. I didn't know where he was playing. I didn't know if he was playing up front or on the left or what. And when he did get the ball, he just gave it away. Just gave the ball away. Not good at all. You know, he's our captain. You know, he's flapping his hands about, and it just didn't look good. And I don't know if it's to do with the contract situation or not, but it doesn't help when you've got the likes of the calamity Luiz doing things like that. Why would you want to? He's the one that's carrying this club. Why would you want to stay? You know, but I'm gonna give Aubameyang a 3. In terms of the subs, you had Maitland-Niles that came on. Again, you know, it would probably been better if he came on instead of Ceballos, because I think even though he's not technical, but at least he will try and, you know, break up the play. And again, because we're down to 10 men, it was difficult. I'm going to give Maitland-Niles a 5. I think Nelson came on as well. Came on before Pepe and Martinelli. I'm just giving him a standard 5. I just didn't see much. To be honest, I just lost all interest in the game. So these scores, I'm just giving what I feel, and I'm gonna just give Nelson a 5. I'm trying to think who else came on. Lacazette, he came on again. Didn't really do much, and you know, if we don't sort this out, we're just right now we're just looking like a very mediocre side. And even though, you know, Lacazette in what you call mini pre-season scored in both the games against Charlton and Brentford, you would have thought, you know, Arteta would have started him and he come on, but it didn't really affect the game. Didn't affect the game, and when you're down to 10 minutes, very difficult. Didn't really affect the game. Again, I'm going to probably give Lacazette a 5. I can't think of any other players. If I do, please put it in the comments. Oh yes, Mr. Luiz. I don't even know if he deserves a 0. I don't even know if he deserves that. He was that bad. He was that bad. And for me, this guy needs to just literally just say bye-bye to the club. You know, at the end he comes out, as I said, he comes out and he goes on about, you know, he's sorry, it's his fault and everything. Yeah, you may be a leader, as I said, you may be a leader in the dressing room, but you need to be a leader on the pitch. And then he starts going on about, you know, he should have taken a decision 2 months ago because there was talk about him, you know, possibly wanting to go back to Benfica. That's his boyhood club that he would want to go back and play for. But it seems as if Arsenal were possibly going to extend his contract. And I know Arteta's come out and said that he'd like to keep him. And then he comes out at the end and he was sort of saying to the commentator that, you know, he should have made this decision. The commentator was saying, what decision? That he should have made a decision 2 months ago. And now he's only got 14 days left. And he knows that Arteta wants to keep him and he wants to stay, but it's really down to the club. Mate, well, if I was Mr. Kroenke, mate, here's your bags, yeah? Here's your ticket. See you later. See you later. There's no way we can be keeping this. I don't care if we're short. I don't care if we're short in defence. There's no way we can keep this guy. He's just too much of a liability. Agent Luiz, yeah? That's what he is, Agent Luiz. And for me, he has to go. He has to go. But what I would say is that I just want this season to be done. I don't know where we're going to finish. It's likely that we ain't going to get Champions League. Probably the best position we could finish is possibly 7th, 6th or 7th, possibly. I can't see us getting any higher than that. We've got 9 games left. We're still in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. But I don't think we're going to win anything. You know, we really are a bad side. And if the Kroenkes don't put their hands in the pocket, I can only see us going in one way, and that's that way, down. Yeah, we're just a mid-table side. And if we don't get this sorted, mate, I might have to give up football. I might have to give up watching football because I can't be watching this dross no more. Cannot be watching this dross no more. It's ridiculous. Listen, please like, subscribe, and share. And obviously, I'll be looking at the next game coming up, which is Brighton away. I'll just say, hope we can bounce back and try and see if we can nick a win. We've got quite a few away games coming up, so we have to try and go there and try and get something and just try and slowly make our way back up the tables. But at the moment, things are not looking too good on the pitch or off the pitch. Listen, take care. See you the next time.